back to the Scuttlebutt Club. Our guest today is a local digital content creator with 1.2 million followers across all social platforms. He's a husband, a dad of 2, and he just posts the most relatable, funniest skits that crack you up. Taylor Tijerina, welcome to the Scuttlebutt Club.
Thank you for having me.
Nailed
good
the
job.
name.
You got it.
Nailed
there
the
we go.
name.
One take, too.
Oh, yes.
7. No. No, I'm just kidding. That was good.
Thanks for being here.
No, thanks for having me. It's this is a little bit of a drive, but I appreciate you guys having me. And it's funny. I had when you guys DM'd me or whatever, I'd sent it to a group of friends, and I guess you guys had interviewed one of my best friend's sister-in-law.
Ooh.
She owns Roman and Leo.
Oh, that's who we were talking about. That's who we were just talking
about. So Adranya. Tony Adranya.
Oh,
yes,
okay, yes.
That's
why I'm like, that's
because
not her last name.
There was a Castile that lives
used to live. Her married name is Castelli. That's why I'm like, wait, yeah, we can't get any names right, guys.
That makes
last names are
100%
throwing
sense
us
now.
off today.
That makes 100% sense.
Okay,
now.
we're there.
Okay,
we're there.
There
We've
we go.
there.
Now we're here.
That's funny that
I did not know their maiden name. That makes sense.
Yes. Okay, well, it's full circle now. Okay, so you know us. We're popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might not have 1.2 million, but...
Hey, well, you guys are making the rounds.
Somebody knows us.
Everybody, yeah, for sure.
We're really excited you're here. When we started this at the beginning of the year, we made a list of, dream guests we'd like to have on, and you were, at the top.
Oh, man, that's cool. I appreciate
You were a dream guest.
Wow, put that on my resume.
Yes.
I'm going to put that in my LinkedIn bio or my Instagram bio. No, I appreciate it.
Okay,
That's
we
cool.
want to talk a little bit about your background.
Sure.
So, were you the class clown growing up? How did it evolve into this?
Yeah. So I graduated from high school in 2009. So I think before that time, I think Facebook was around at the time when I was, graduating, right? So it wasn't really a ton of social media. We would, I think I got my first smartphone at that point. So we'd take videos and send it to your buddies and just be stupid. So we would do that kind of stuff, just never post it anywhere. So I would say, yeah, I was a little bit of class, my whole group of friends, we all grew up playing sports together, and that was just all of our personalities, right? If you weren't cracking jokes on each other, you weren't that good of friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was just that whole group of friends that I had. Am I talking? Am I
You're
good
fine.
here?
Perfect. You're good.
That was just my whole group of friends. That was just all of our personalities. And growing up an only child, I think I'd mentioned that earlier before we started. But growing up an only child I crave the attention.
I'm married to one of those.
There you go. My wife reminds me of it every day. No, I craved the attention from everybody. It was always cracking jokes and. Secretly though, I was not the troublemaker class clown.
You weren't the loud one.
No, it was behind the scenes for sure.
You were the good one.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you grow up around here in Indy?
Yeah, so I grew up on the southwest side of Indy. I went to Decatur Central, graduated in 2009, and then went to Purdue, and then graduated from there in 2013. So I had my whole life figured out at that point, right? I'm going to do this, and this, and graduated with a teaching degree.
Yeah, I was going to say, what'd you graduate
with?
with?
Graduated with a teaching degree, elementary education. Taught 5th and 6th grade for a year, and
you did?
Yeah.
Where at?
Actually, in Lafayette. It was at Sunnyside Intermediate School.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
I'm from Lafayette.
I think that rolls into Lafayette, Jeff.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So taught up there for a year. Because that was the school I student taught at.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move back to Indy and start my whole life, and I'm gonna get my real estate license, and I'm gonna sell real estate, and I'm gonna get my administrative license and be an athletic director. And none of that happened. Well, I got my real estate license. I sold real estate for a little bit, but definitely got out of teaching ASAP.
So then what did you roll into?
So it's funny enough, during college, I worked at GNC, the vitamin protein store.
Yeah.
I was an assistant manager there, and I made more money as an assistant manager of a GNC than I did teaching, which I think that's a problem in itself. That's a completely separate conversation. But I was making more money doing that. And I was like, all right, well, there's something to be in this. There's something to be said about the sales thing. So a couple buddies that I'd graduated college with, they were sales reps at a logistics company. So I jumped into outside sales for them and kind of bounced around from a few companies to figure out like what I wanted to sell, what I wanted to do, and so yeah, I went into the sales world after teaching. So, and then just kind of fell into the content game the last couple of years. It really wasn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did that start? Like,
yeah,
a couple,
so
like 2020.
That's not your full-time job, right?
no. So I'm in a sales rep for an IT consulting company. Just fell into the content game during COVID.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like a
okay.
lot of people say that. Like, it's like people got bored and were like, what do
That's
we do?
that's 100% me. Me and Tony, who we were talking about earlier, we were all quarantined. We all were having driveway parties and you know, drinking beer and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it was kind of good times.
Oh, it was.
You know,
I say that all the time. Like, I wouldn't hate a lockdown
No,
again.
absolutely. And you kind of feel bad saying it because
right.
there were 100%.
Without the sickness.
There were 100% some people that were affected negatively, but I mean, it quite frankly changed my life for the better. You know, as cliche and cheesy.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
It's weird. It's so weird to think about and say like out loud.
Yeah.
Because like me and Tony and I had originally downloaded TikTok, saw it was like a bunch of teenagers dancing and singing. I'm like, this isn't for me. Deleted it, and then me and him were like, let's re-download it and let's get TikTok famous while we're in quarantine.
Yes.
So we downloaded it, and funny enough, our first video was we were. I'll say we were intoxicated. I can't cuss on this.
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
We were intoxicated, but we were trying to figure out some funny shit to do with the stupid video, and we put suit jackets on and like basketball shorts, took a couple bush lights up to our neighborhood pond, and we lip synced Boats and Hoes from Step Brothers.
Yes.
And that was my first video that I did on TikTok, and I'm like, all right, this is fun. So it just kind of started from there, and just kind of took off. We had like a little mini competition between each other.
So like he had his own. You didn't.
He
like, do it
he
all
had
together?
his own account. I had my own account, and it just kind of started. We're like, all right, let's get 1,000 followers. So we both got 1,000 followers. Like, all right, this is cool. Let's get 10,000 followers, and then we both got 10,000. We were like, all right, let's come out of quarantine with 20,000 followers. That was kind of like our little, bet between each other. He posted a video for Father's Day that got like 1 million something views.
Stop.
And that shot him up to 26,000 followers, 25,000, something like that. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to do that. That's crazy. That's awesome.
What
so
are you
we're
gonna
like,
come with?
Right. So we're like riding the high. Like he got 25,000 followers. I did a video. Again, thinking back, I don't know, stupid. Just made a fool of myself. I did it was a lip sync video for like a girl like talking back and forth with another girl about their best friend. I'm pregnant. I don't know if you guys ever saw that sound or video. And that got like 4 million views. And that shot me up to like 100,000 followers. And I'm
my
like,
gosh.
oh shit. Okay, this is cool.
So you guys just like screenshotting all this to each other?
Oh
like,
yeah,
constantly?
we have us and our wives. We're best friends. We still have a group message together, and we're always sending stuff back and forth. But yeah, back in the we're screenshotting comments and likes and followers and all that kind of stuff, and shot me up to 100,000 followers pretty quick. And then I went from 100 to 200 even faster on TikTok,
nice.
which is crazy. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then funny enough, he works for a company that partners with Disney. He's the president of that company, so he got super busy and stopped posting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he still do it?
No, he doesn't. He got super busy, and it's just I kind of became. I did become passionate about it. Like it was fun for me, and he just ended up didn't have the time to do it. But yeah, so I kind of stuck with it, and it just kind of turned into what it is today. It's really weird. Yeah.
Then how did you roll over to Instagram?
So last year or the year before, Instagram started putting a big focus on videos to rival TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So they put a big emphasis on Reels. So I had the pretty good, decent sized following on TikTok, but I only had a couple thousand followers on Instagram, like when I first started taking off a little bit on TikTok. So I was like, all right, I want to get to 10,000 followers on Instagram and hit that pretty quick, because what I was doing early on is I was just posting to TikTok, and I wouldn't post necessarily every video I did to Instagram. But I think 2 years ago is really when I put a big emphasis on Instagram. Okay, whatever I post on TikTok, I'm going to post on Instagram too, and made a commitment to do that. And that's when Instagram kind of took off for me, and it ultimately has become my number one platform.
I was going
just
to say,
because,
I thought it was.
yeah, I mean, I have like almost 800,000 on TikTok.
That's because we're old, so we
Yeah,
see it
I guess
on
we're like
Instagram.
stuck.
Well, and
there.
that's the thing. Like Instagram, it's become my favorite platform because just the community and the engagement. I think it's a
Yeah.
lot better on Instagram. There are so many bot accounts on TikTok and so many just like spam people that
Yeah.
like have accounts just to watch videos and feel the need to comment every
Oh, God.
which almost helps me because
Yeah,
you're
right.
just driving my
True.
algorithm.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
thank you
Yeah.
very much. I appreciate it. But I've become to like.
But did it come like organically, or did you like do research to like figure out the algorithm and all those things? You know, all the weird stuff that everyone's like,
All the
you have to
weird-
do this and this
all
and
the weird
this.
stuff
This
that once you
time.
figure it out,
Yeah,
they change it immediately.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Did you
Yeah.
do that, or are you just like, I'm just here? Like,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Early on, I kind of just jumped in without knowing what I
Yeah.
was doing, and then kind of did a little bit of research. And at that point, I got partnered up with an agency that kind of helped me
okay.
with
Nice.
growing platforms and everything. So they kind of taught me to turn it into like a business
But,
account
like, did
or
you
like a
find
creator.
them, or did they find you? Like, how does that work?
The first one reached out to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've had like three. I'm on the guy I have right now, we've become really good friends. He's my third agent.
Okay.
The first one just kind of they pinged me
Got it.
on like an Instagram DM.
Like, once you hit a certain amount, they're
yeah,
like,
hey,
hey,
we've been
what's
following
up?
you for a while. We'd love to represent you and help you with like brand deals
Got
and
it.
stuff. So me not knowing what I don't know, I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
cool.
right.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
an agent.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
that's
gonna have
what
an
I'm like-
agent.
I'm like, can you think that in your head like 10 years ago? Like, you'd have an agent?
It's so
Like,
weird
what?
when I'm having conversations with, just like somebody that's not in the content
Yes.
world. Oh yeah, my agent talked to, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Yes, I have an agent. I know you don't, it's like the bridesmaids, like, you don't have a husband. I have a husband. I'm so sorry. No, yeah, I catch myself like saying my agent. It's
And
really
then you're
weird.
like, oh, wait, I gotta go. I gotta
Yeah.
catch my private jet real quick.
I have a 10 o'clock I gotta get to. No, it's really weird. So I think subconsciously I say agency just to like
Yeah.
soften it a little
Yeah.
bit. My agency handles that. No, but like, so the first one we just didn't jive on visions that we had, and so I got out of that one. I think I gave it like probably a year just to like, I don't know this world. I
Yeah.
need help
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
growing it, just kind of seeing what it was. And I mean, the cool thing about social media is you make so many connections with, other creators and everything. So got to know some other creators and kind of looked at what I was getting from my relationship with my agent and compared it to some others. And I'm like, I don't like the way I'm not necessarily being treated, but just the way this relationship
Yeah.
is. So went to another one, a bigger company, which was pretty cool, and had a good experience with them. But at the end of the day, they're a West Coast agency. And not to go too deep, but I just wasn't seeing the results that I wanted from a partnership perspective. So had a good buddy who's become a good buddy of mine, Justin Stagner, who does like the Southern Grandpa videos. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but so he's a comedian. He lives down in Alabama. Me and him have become really good friends. But we got invited on a golf trip together. So we went. Well, he got invited me. We went to did like a golf trip, and his agent came down. And funny enough, his agent wanted to come because he was interested in signing me.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you're getting signed.
They're
Like,
like
what?
dining
Again?
you.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. So now I'm with. Funny enough, his name's Justin too. We call him Agent Williams, but he's with Dulcetto now, and he's an East Coast guy. I think their company is actually based in Canada, but yeah. So been with him for a few months now, and it's great. I now see the benefits of like being paired with an agent that you jive with, that
Yeah.
you're actually friends with, that care about your growth and
Yeah.
care about your platform.
Like you
and
feel
care
like they
about,
have your best interest.
That's exactly right. It's not just like hey, how many brand deals can we get Taylor rolling in? So he actually has a genuine interest and want to help me grow. So yeah.
great.
So sorry, I think I've been
No,
all,
you're
I've been
fine.
all over the place.
You can be all over the place.
Yeah.
That's
We typically
literally our brand is all over the place. So
I love it.
not to worry. Okay, we kind of talked about this, but did you have like one viral reel or anything that kind of like pushed you over the top? Do you remember, or is it just like
Yeah, so the
consistency?
first one was, and my wife is going to kill me because
Oh, no.
some of these are like some of these are not shots at my wife, but like relatable humor about marriage, right?
Relatable humor.
Yeah. So the first one was the pregnancy one, but the one that kind of like took me off on Instagram specifically was it was this sound bit. I used to do a lot. I used to do like solely lip syncs, like sound bits, and before I moved into like the original stuff. The one that it got like, I want to say like 20 million views, several million likes. Like Hillary Duff shared it.
Stop. Are you serious?
No, yeah. Hillary Duff shared it. Gretchen Wieners, Lacey, who we've connected through Instagram. She's awesome.
That's hilarious.
I think I can't remember if that's when she started following me or if it was after. But anyway, the sound bit was from like a TV show. I don't know what it was, but the sound was like, "Tell me why I shouldn't throw this drink in your bitch ass face." I don't know if you guys ever remember that sound, but what I did was my wife was pregnant at the time, and she could never just finish a full drink. Like she could there were half empty water bottles and sodas, everything all over the house. And it was at the time where it was, I needed to clean up these bottles and cans and everything. So what I did was I had come across this sound and I gathered up all the bottles and the sodas. And there was, I love my wife, but there was probably 12 or 15 different drinks, all half drank, right? Half empty. So I put them on the island and I like bunched them all together and then did the sound bit to the camera. And I think I overlaid it, when your wife can never finish a full drink. So that was a funny one. We still laugh about that one. But I was thinking the other day, I think that probably still is one of like my most liked videos. I've had a few that have done well because I've, like I said, transitioned the last year, probably 2 years to like more organic, original content.
I feel like when you reach that status, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can kind of play around with
You're
it, right?
literally Taylor Swift. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything you want.
Wait, so tell us, how do you come up with like the different skits? Is it just like life things or relatives or
like your friends' stories?
All the above, right? Like I kind of pride myself on making like relatable type humor.
Yeah.
Something that I see in daily life, something that...
Do you like keep it in your phone, like a
you
note,
guys
like
would
a
think
quick...
I'm a psychopath
Okay,
if I showed you my
tell me.
phone right now with
Is it just like weird notes?
with all the notes. Like they're so sporadic. I'll
like
show
in the
you.
middle of the night, you're waking up and you're
That's exactly what I do. It's really weird.
frantically jotting things.
It's bad. I'm a psychopath when it comes to it. And like a lot of the notes that I write down, like they're half baked notes, and I'm like, okay, I'll think about it later, and if I can make that funny, or what I can do to like spice it up a little bit. But like, no, back to your question, it's like, yeah, all the above, like relatable type stuff I see throughout the day. Kids are the best comedy writers that you could probably have, I think. So something my kids do.
And your kids are at fun ages.
Yeah, they're fun. They're really fun. Yeah, they're all over the place. They're fun, but it's. Like I said, they give me daily content.
Yeah, for sure.
And
they don't hold back.
Oh no, they're going to tell you how it is,
Yep.
and then with no filter, and they're going to do whatever they want, and it's just my job to remember it so I can make a video about it later.
Do any of your characters have names? Do you name them?
And that's funny because I've gotten that question before, and
You have?
really, no, like there was.
Well, because we know you have wigs, so like
When I see a women's wig come on your head, that's like one of my favorites. I know it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's
nothing's better than a wig.
well.
Especially the visor. With the
brown
sports
pony.
mom.
Yeah.
the sports
mom.
See?
That's the
okay,
thing.
so they have a category.
Yeah, they have a category.
Okay.
They don't really necessarily have a name,
Got
like
it.
the HOA president. I just call her HOA lady.
Got it.
I feel like she's like a Susan
or like traditional Karen.
I was gonna say,
Karen.
the Karen. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I categorize them: the sports mom, the HOA lady. Yeah, I don't really have like a specific name, but it's funny. I do have a predominantly female following.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
so it's pretty substantial female. It's like 70-30 female to male. So I do know anytime I put on a wig, it most likely will hit or strike some
I'm
chords.
really into sports, and so I love all those too, and like the betting ones.
Oh, the sports
like
betting.
the
Yep.
one like when
Yep.
you hit a parlay.
Oh,
I was dying.
Yeah. So I'm a sports guy. I grew up playing sports and watch sports daily. So I have wanted to like get my get my ratios a little
Yeah.
bit more
Yeah.
even, just, I mean, from a, not to get too deep, but from like a content perspective and from like a ratio perspective, it's really good for brands to have it a little bit more, even. So I have been working on that, really putting a lot more like sports, hate to say it, but traditional dude stuff out there a lot more. That's why I've started the golf stuff last year or 2 years ago, and I've been doing that a lot more. So yeah.
But I do think that hits with like probably the wives are sending that to their husband.
exactly
Do you know
right.
what I mean?
That's
so
exactly
it's like
right.
you can create that. They see it and they're like, oh, sending
That's
that
exactly
right
right.
away.
And then from a brand perspective, right? I mean, I've had some of these conversations with my agent, with my agencies.
Say it. I love it.
With my agent. It is good to have a predominantly female following because females are engaged. They comment, they share.
That's true.
And from they purchase. That's what I was getting ready to say. They buy stuff more than males do.
Like our husbands
social
probably
media.
don't buy anything.
The husbands are the lurkers.
That's exactly right. They'll look and they're like, oh, that's cool, and then they don't ever buy it. But the female audience, they'll buy it for themselves. They'll buy it for their husbands, their brothers, their sons, all that kind of stuff. So it is good to have a good female following. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of the community that I've built, right? Like kind of going back to your point earlier, I was able to switch from the lip sync, not my sound stuff to more original stuff because I'd kind of built that community that liked seeing me, liked seeing my videos, which is cool. And at the end of the day, I could have a shitty video, but they're going to support it because it's me and they like me, right? So that's why I was kind of able to jump into that side a little bit more.
They really like you.
Yeah, which is weird.
Stop. Oh my god. Stop it.
Okay, like you kind of just mentioned, we noticed you posting about golf more. How often do you get to play?
Well,
When the weather.
Be honest.
I was gonna say we do live in Indiana,
I know.
so
but you could still golf up till
yeah,
now.
I'm
this
golfing
year.
on Friday.
Oh.
I think the typical like dude, dad, husband answer is like I don't golf as much as I would like.
No.
Don't even talk to me.
no.
You should. The golfing that's happening, my husband, no.
Yeah. Is he a golfer?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Say that with conviction. Yeah, he's a golfer.
Yeah. Yep.
When it's nice out, I usually get to go out weekly. I do have I'll say this, I do have a very supporting wife that allows me to do those things. We've always prided ourselves on, we have a great relationship because of the hobbies that we like to do, right? So if golf is my thing, that's what you like to do, go do it. Mm-hmm. It kind of helps that I get to film it now and make content out of it, make
you're
money.
working.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, babe, it's a work trip.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Because we went to Myrtle Beach I say it's been a couple months now, but I went to Utah a few weeks ago and filmed some stuff out there. Went out there for a golf retreat, which was a blast. But that was my thing. I got to go out there and film and have like a little guys trip with me and my buddy. So that was cool. But yeah, I mean, long-winded answer to your question. I do get to golf, pretty often. But now that the weather's changing, I'm just gonna have to travel and do it more.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean,
You have to.
can't golf
Trips.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Such a loaded question.
Wait, I think you're supposed to say like, what's your handicap?
Yeah, I'm about a 13, which for numbers perspective, on a good day, I'm shooting like mid to high 80s.
Okay.
That's good.
So that's
That's like an average.
Yeah, it's
Like, yeah.
Not a great golfer, but not a bad golfer. No. But it does depend on who shows up that day.
Okay.
Because one day I could, just can't find anything and can't put anything
But I think
together.
that's
and
how golf is, right?
That's what keeps
why
you
you
coming
keep
back.
coming back.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That's what your husband probably tells you, babe. I had a.
No, he's good.
Is he?
Yeah, her husband's really good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
feel like he's always good. Like,
Yeah.
My husband was in Florida all weekend for a golf trip.
Yeah.
Just this past
Where
weekend.
at?
So, what was it called? The Wanderers? It's like by Wellington, Florida.
I haven't heard of that area.
It's like his friend's, a country club his
Okay.
friend belongs
That's
to
cool.
down
Yeah.
there. They had a big outing, but like, I think everyone on your team had to be a guest, not like a member.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
a member guest type
Yeah.
outing. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, talk to us about your shirt. Row back.
Oh,
yeah,
row back.
how does that
That's
come
related
about?
to golf.
Yeah.
People don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. The women
Yeah.
that are listening to this.
Yeah, no, a row
They have
back is.
women's things.
Yeah, they have a ton of
No, I
ton
meant
of lady
like
stuff.
related to golf is what
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah. Honestly, I think it kind of started just from one of those like random DMs that I sent out early on, like, hey, I have this platform, I have this following, would love to partner with. I mean, I think ultimately starts with like, hey, I want some free shit,
Yeah.
right? And then it just kind of grows, and they've become a cool partner of mine. It's kind of like an affiliate plan. Like I have a code or whatever that you use, and then I'll make money based off of how many people
Yeah.
bought
I saw that in your bio.
Yeah, there
Like
you go.
Christmas is coming up.
Christmas is coming up. My link is in my bio.
Grab a 15% off
15%
code.
off. Yep, that's exactly right. That's funny, hitting my friends with that. They're like, hey, you have this and that. Like, no, you can get your, husband, wife, a Rhoback hoodie. Just make sure you use the link in my bio.
Yes.
15% off, first time purchase. No, it started as a early on DM, like, hey, would love to partner with you guys and, figure out how we can work together. And, yeah, they've become a cool partner of mine. I'll hit them up when new stuff comes out, and they'll send me some stuff. And it was funny, for our son's first birthday, we did a golf themed birthday party, and they swagged out the whole family and sent everybody stuff. And yeah, they're a really
Good
great brand
company.
to work with. Yeah.
Where are they based out of?
I think they're East Coast.
Oh, okay.
It's either East Coast, or they might even be in the South. I'm not sure, because they do have a good relationship with Coach O, Ed Ogeron, who's the former coach of LSU football. I know he does a lot of stuff with them, so they may be based down there.
Down there.
Yeah, I don't really know, but the guy I talk to quite a bit, his name's Will. I think he's an East Coast guy.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's kind of how that stemmed. Where that
Just
started.
shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's
Wayne
what we
Gretzky,
did
Michael
with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is now a golf podcast.
I know.
Tell us about Dad's Day Out.
Yeah, so that kind of started as I had this idea, because I really wrestled a long time with like what type of content I wanted to post. Like, part of me like wanted to be the cool young guy that posted like really cool content that bros liked and this and that. And the majority part of me is like, that's not who I am. I'm a dad and a husband who likes to post relatable stuff that works for me in my life. And so I had this idea for like a Dad's Day Out channel, where it's kind of going to be like a vlog type thing, where I'd have the kids doing certain things, and we could do it as a golf thing. I take the kids golfing, and I think last year we did a vlog where we took the kids to like the drag races kind of thing, and had a fun family day, and had some ideas. I did the vlog stuff for a little bit, but I don't know how you do the editing. The editing takes me way too long, and it's not fun for me.
Yeah.
But it just kind of it kind of morphed into solely golf, because I had a buddy who is a really good golfer, and we would always go golfing together, and we'd film it and do some short form stuff and skits and everything. And it honestly has kind of morphed into a solely golf thing, which I don't hate, because I enjoy golfing. It's fun. We do it as often as we can. And I feel like the golf space has taken off in social media the last couple of years. And I think it started with quarantine. Like, that was really one of the
Be outside.
you got to be outside. That was one of the only things that you could do, right? That allowed you to be in a group and have some competitive fun with each other. So that's kind of when it the idea kind of started, and just
So
kind
is
of
that on YouTube?
So we do have a YouTube channel. It's still in its infancy stages. Because I've been battling with short form is like my bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's where I get a lot of the engagement and the stuff.
People's attention span is like so short.
So hard, and if you watch some of these like tried and true traditional golf channels, they're an hour, 2 hour episodes, and like that's great for me. I like watching that stuff, but not everybody. That doesn't hit with everybody.
My husband watches those all the time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a real niche type. You got to have the right person to like those. So we've kind of taken a different approach with it. Like we'll have some videos where we film every shot, and have I have an editor that edits it for us, which is great. And we'll have like a scoreboard and everything up there that keeps track of shots, and the shot tracers and all that, like your traditional YouTube golf type video.
Yeah.
But we've kind of taken on a different approach. The last few videos we filmed that we're going to get ready and put out is like vlog type stuff. It's more raw. It's it's more focused on us as personalities versus the golf. Like the golf is heavily involved in it, right? But it's just more of our personalities, and like dumb shit we say to each other and do behind, after a shot or before a shot
Yeah.
or whatever. So
And that's very relatable.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
even if you're not like big into golf, it's
That's
like,
exactly right. You can come and watch it because it's it's me and my type
Yeah,
of
and it's
humor
funny.
and content. Exactly. So that's the kind of approach we're taking with the videos that we got a good amount filmed in Utah, and we're actually, our next one's dropping. I don't know when this will release, but tomorrow is we're putting that out.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay, enough of golf. I'm just kidding.
We're done talking about golf.
done.
Wait,
Yes.
actually, I think our listeners are like 85% women.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to know about your experience at the Eras Tour.
Oh man, life-changing.
Wait,
Loved
like
it?
tell us before, like how much of a Swiftie are we going into that?
My wife is a mega Swiftie. She
Okay.
went in Cincy, like she did.
Okay.
She did the whole get up, like sparkles, and
Yeah.
her and actually Tony's wife Jess, they went in Cincinnati, and Jess is equally as big of a Swiftie as Siobhan, my wife. Oh yeah, big Swiftie, like full get up, friendship bracelets, and I mean I've always been a Taylor Swift fan, right? But I would never like have called myself a Swiftie by any means. But I've always enjoyed her music, and thought it would be cool to go to the Eras Tour. And then when the tickets, when they announced it in Indianapolis like a year and a half ago, Siobhan was like, my wife was like, we have to go, and I'm like, don't worry, my agent will get us tickets.
Yeah.
It's fine. We have a year and a half. Like my agency will pull through.
They probably also represent Taylor Swift.
Sure. Like there's this
Surely.
it's like the 7 degrees of
Yes.
Kevin Bacon, right? Like somebody's got to be connected to
Right.
Taylor Swift, right? Like it's not that big a deal. Like,
You have the same name.
babe, we're going to be in the VIP tent. Don't worry. It's
Yes.
fine. I got it. Safe to say we were not in the VIP tent, and we got tickets the week before. So we sweated it out quite a bit, but it was really unbelievable. Like I think that because we've watched the Disney Plus, our 4-year-old,
yeah.
she's a diehard Taylor Swift fan, and that watching it on Disney Plus, it really doesn't do it justice.
No.
Like it was absolutely unreal. The preparation that went into it. I mean, you guys know her workout routine to get ready for it. Like she ran a whole marathon singing
Yeah.
the songs
I know.
to like prepare for it. So like just the thought of that, and then like the visuals and like the screen and everything, it truly, there has never been anything like it, and I don't think there ever will be. Like
Yeah.
the sheer volume of dollars that she brought into every city that she's done it in.
That's what I thought was insane.
Nothing's gonna
Yeah.
match that. I mean, it's crazy. What was the number that she brought to Indy? It was like $500,000
I think so.
or $500 million, something like that.
Something crazy.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah,
I-
$500 million.
Yeah, something crazy. But I mean, then you look at like LA, she made them like it was like that per day. Like it was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my wife kept pushing me. She was like, if we're gonna go, you got to do the full thing. I'm like, I'll do the friendship bracelets. Yeah, no
How
problem.
to do the full thing.
Yeah, and she's like,
Wait,
no,
what'd
no.
Like
you wear?
initiation.
She's like,
what
no,
happened?
you have to do the.
Did she haze you before you went?
100%. Like she was like, no, you're gonna make friendship bracelets. I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'm in. But we ended up going down the day before to the merch.
Oh, yeah.
And I got one of the concert T-shirts.
Perfect.
So I just did that, like black jeans, and kept it cool.
Yeah.
Because in case somebody recognized me, I can't be like,
Right.
No.
it can't be.
And I
full
feel
Swiftie.
like Travis Kelce jersey's a little predictable.
That's exactly right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Every dude that was there
Guys.
was in a.
Guys.
Oh, I thought that was a Travis Kelce shirt earlier. I didn't want to call you out.
Hey,
I
if
think-
you
I
want
think
a
it was-
fun gift for your wife, that's at Target.
Okay.
It's just a number 87.
Okay.
You know,
Well-
football Sunday
Subtle
comes on,
graphic tee.
Well,
subtle.
she's pulling the thing on me now because the tickets to the Taylor Swift thing weren't cheap,
Right.
but she
The
was like,
agents didn't come through on
they
that.
did not come
Okay.
through.
Well,
It's
Maybe
safe to
they
say.
will
It's safe to
for
say.
Canada.
Maybe
Run
I
it
mean,
back?
I mean, we'll
Is
see.
your
That'd be
passport
awesome. That'd be- it's funny. It would have been cheaper to go
Yeah.
to Vancouver or where Montreal.
That's incorrect.
It was.
I
Was
had
it
a
not?
ticket to Vancouver for $75, so I'm sure it was terrible. But the flight out there and then the hotels.
Yeah, but it's only a 6-hour drive. You
no,
could have
wait,
drove it.
Not Vancouver. Yeah, the farther one.
Okay.
Toronto.
No,
Toronto.
Toronto's
Is it?
6 hours.
Okay.
Vancouver's
Vancouver's
like
like-
above Oregon.
Is it? Oh yeah.
It was like gonna be like
astronomical.
$5,000 just
Well,
for
I
me.
mean, I mean,
No food, no drink.
You could have slept in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways around this.
We went here.
Okay, you guys ended
Yes.
up going. Okay, yeah.
We paid money and went here.
Same.
We
all I'll
went
say.
night 3.
We were there night 2. We were there
Okay.
night 2. So, You guys had some cool surprise songs, I heard.
Oh, we did.
But I didn't
But
know.
where was the guest?
We were
I was a
waiting
little
for
salty.
Oh, yeah.
Indy got no guests.
No. Well, Travis was there, our
I know.
night.
You got a little something.
Yeah, and apparently he was on the other side, so we were.
You were in the tent with him.
No, not this time.
You had good tickets. I saw
We did have good tickets. It kind of was funny how it worked out. A friend of a friend works for the Colts and somehow got access to more tickets that she was able to get and sell. So was able to buy some good tickets. And again, like you said, I didn't pay face value for these tickets.
Yeah,
I
That's
told
how we
I
were.
told him, I was like, you can mark them up a little bit because it was a friend of a friend. But I'm like, don't fucking gouge me.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Which he didn't. It was fine.
Be
But
cool.
but I was going to say earlier, my wife is pulling the, you guys mentioned this, the shirt for Christmas gift. Taylor Swift tickets were my Christmas gift and like my my birthday gift and everything. So don't get me anything.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But the kids are getting to an age where I feel like on Christmas morning, everyone has to have something to open.
Everybody has to have
Yeah,
something.
otherwise the kids are going to be like, Mom was bad this year.
Yeah, no, she'll get stuff. It just may not
the
be
Target tee.
It may not be, to the level that we've had the last couple of years. But
that's fine. That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair.
No, but the Eras tour was incredible. It was a blast. Like it was, I thought I would go into it like playing the super cool guy, and I was belting every song that I knew.
The screaming girl in the face.
Yeah,
like just
fangirl.
Oh yeah,
Fangirl.
I do have that video that I haven't dropped yet. But like every girl, I'll show you guys after. But every girl at the Eras tour, and it's just like me. I did a compilation of like woos, just 10 of those in a row. I'll show you guys later.
We liked
about
the one of you at the office the next day.
that. Yeah. I mean, because that really was me at there. Because a couple of girls at my office went.
Oh, they
and,
did.
Yeah, and that was
what you talked about.
that was what it was for at least several days after. So.
Oh my goodness.
All right. We want to do a quick little rapid fire with you.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Are you
Prepare.
ready?
All right. What is your favorite golf course you've played?
Favorite golf course I played is Black Desert in Utah.
And is that where
Is
you
that
just
where you
were?
just
That's
Where?
where we just were. Yeah, it was
What was the temp?
It was beautiful, but it was 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh.
Like the golf was not good, but it just kind of got to a point where you just have to appreciate where you're at,
Yeah.
and appreciate the
view.
views, and
Yeah.
it's like in an old volcanic. So they came in and blew up everything, and like all the rocks around are black, and like
That's cool.
I'll show you guys pictures.
Okay.
It was really cool. The golf wasn't good, but
okay.
yeah, it was definitely awesome. So that's my favorite one that I played.
Golf course you want to play someday?
Golf course I want to play someday. Well, that one's tough. Oh my God, I might have to come back to
It's
that.
okay.
TPC Sawgrass.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I'd like to play that one. I've seen pictures and videos of that one. It's not like up there. Like it's one of those courses where it's like, it's definitely like doable for me. Like it's not one of those like Augusta.
Yeah.
I'd love to play Augusta. Of course, everybody does.
Our
But
agent can get you on there.
sure, we'll
Yeah,
work
we
that.
need content at the Masters.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get on your dream board.
That's great. Did you guys see the announced this morning? Liv is coming to Westfield.
We did. My
Oh.
husband told me that before I left to come
I
here.
didn't see that. Well,
Yeah,
I've
so
been
it'll
a
be
little-
at Chatham Hills. In,
Oh, okay.
in August or July of next year, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So my agent
Your
will
agent
definitely
will get
work
you
on
tickets
that.
to that.
You might be playing in it.
Well, if they do like a
Like a
pro-am, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yes. Our grandparents live out Pebble Beach.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like the pro-am there every year is like all the rage.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
all the
No, I've
celebrities
seen videos of
and-
that. What's the one in like what's the one that's out west that it's always what's like the big lake
Tahoe?
Lake Tahoe. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a really
Yes.
big Travis Kelce plays in that
And
one
Pat
every year.
Mahomes. Didn't
And
he
Pat
win it
Mahomes,
one
yeah,
year?
and like Steph Curry and all
Yes.
those. Lake Tahoe. I feel like
Yes,
there's
It's
a
like
big.
right on the south end of the lake. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be a really cool one. And like a lot of the social media golf guys get to go out and do that one.
Oh, do
so
they?
that'll be on the
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Here
Speak it
too.
into the universe for you.
All right. What's your favorite ride at Disney?
Favorite ride at Disney.
I feel like you're a
Guardians.
big Disney guy.
We are a big Disney family.
Big
yeah.
Disney family.
Yeah, we've.
Is that from your friend or you already were?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people, not everybody, because it's definitely a special breed, right? Like likes Disney to some extent. My wife and I had liked Disney, but when we had kids, like it's just not to get super cheesy, but it's just like it's really cool to experience Disney through your kids' eyes and like the magic through them and all that kind of stuff. So we're a crazy Disney family. Like our 2-year-old, his first Disney trip, he was 6 weeks old. He had just come out of the womb and we were down there. In our defense, we had already had it planned and booked and everything. And my wife got pregnant. So that was not on our, plan. That was not on our bingo card for taking our 6-week-old. Yeah. But we ended up going, but yeah, we're a huge Disney family. We just got back from a trip. We were down there when Hurricane Milton hit, which was insane.
I saw that.
Yeah. It closed the park for a day. Closed all the parks for like the Thursday, and then like they closed early the day before, so we just kind of had to shift some stuff around, so it was fine. But and then we were there earlier in like December, January, so we've been 2 times this year. So but my favorite ride is Guardians. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot. It's
I've never been to Epcot.
Me either.
Well, just
You guys
when we
have
were
never been to
little.
Epcot?
I'm not a Disney person.
She hates
really
Disney.
Oh no, then you got to go to Epcot because it's like that's where the adults go to have fun. You can drink around the world. They got such good food. Really cool rides. You got,
I like Disney.
yeah.
She does not.
You got to get her to Epcot. Then,
I've never been either.
Oh, you guys got.
We
go to
always
Epcot.
just do Magic Kingdom.
Sure.
I feel like it's the kids' ages.
Yeah. How old are your kids?
Like 20 months,
Okay.
almost 6 and 9.
Okay. So
We
yeah.
went in July.
Yep.
And they loved it. And even the baby could go on like a lot of the rides because there was no
That's
height.
exactly right. Yep.
I was surprised like how much he could do, and then he would just like pass out in a stroller in between.
Well, that's the thing. Like people, like when you tell people non-Disney folk.
Yeah.
No, when you tell no, I'm just kidding. When you tell people that like you're going to Disney, and they don't really necessarily understand it, they're like, your kids aren't even going to remember it. Why are you taking them? Well, number one, they're free, so it doesn't matter.
True.
That's true.
And also, 2, like a young baby, they're the easiest at Disney because they just sleep and
Eat and roll
you
around
just
in the
change
stroller.
a diaper every couple hours,
Yep.
in the stroller, and that's it.
No, I agree.
So, well, yeah, you got to get to Epcot. I think you'll have a newfound thought on Disney if you go to Epcot because really good food, awesome drinks, and enough stuff for the kids too that they can
Be
still have fun.
occupied.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, what's your favorite ride at Magic Kingdom? Since that's all we know.
Favorite ride at Magic Kingdom. We're a big. I would say it's a tie. We always ride Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
And then we always ride Jungle Cruise, even though it was closed this last time. I'm a big Peter Pan ride
Yeah, that's cool.
fan. I like the Peter Pan ride. It's just the nostalgia for me. I was a big Peter Pan fan as a kid, and that was our, because we went during Halloween. That was our kids' Halloween costumes.
Oh,
that's
cool.
cute.
Blaze, our 2-year-old, was Peter Pan. Cece, she was Tinkerbell, and then I ended up being Captain Hook, and my wife was Wendy. So that was kind
that's
of
really
like
cute.
our costumes. But yeah, I like Peter Pan.
Did you do the new Tiana?
We did. It was fun.
It's
Did you get to
cool,
ride
right?
it?
Yeah. It opened like the week we went when we went in July.
The whole it's a really long ride.
It's really
I don't
long.
remember because when it was Splash Mountain, we never rode it just because I'm not getting wet and walk around the park for 6
not
hours.
fun.
That's fucking stupid. So I was like, we got to ride Tiana's because it's new and they, whatever. I was pleasantly surprised at how long it was, like the whole queue, how they did it all up. It was really cool.
All right.
Okay. Mexican.
Sorry, I'm not really
No.
being, I'm rapid fire.
Rapid
on
fires.
these
This
Yeah.
always happens.
Okay.
Mexican or pizza?
Mexican.
Okay.
I do like pizza, but my wife makes fun of me because if I get pizza, I don't do like a traditional like red pie. Like I want like barbecue chicken pizza or like buffalo chicken.
Like a
Where do
flatbread
you
more.
get your pizza? Like, is there a place on the south side or downtown or?
There's a place on the south side we go often. It's called A-Zip Pizza. It's really good. A-Zip backwards pizza. Get it? No, that's a really good one. We go to A-Zip quite a bit because you can like build your own and make your own, and they put it through the oven and make it there. We go there quite a bit. I'm usually easy. I'll order like Hot Box or something like that. Yeah, Hot Box is good.
College days.
Do you guys get to Bargersville often?
No.
Like Center Grove area?
No.
You North Siders.
I know.
There's a place down there called Pizza and Libations. That's really good.
Okay.
The same owners of Taxman. You guys have heard
Oh,
of Taxman?
yes. That's in Fortville, not far from us
Yep.
in Fishers.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they have that one. They have like the downtown one. And
Yeah.
then, like,
Oh, okay.
the original one's in Bargersville. But
Oh.
same
Oh.
owners own Pizza and Libations, and it's really good. If you guys
That's
ever
good to know.
get down there, it's good.
Okay. What is your favorite sport to watch and your favorite sports team?
Easy football. I'm a Colts fan, although it's hard to watch them this year. Kind of tough. But I grew up a Notre Dame football
Oh,
fan
okay.
too. So I like to watch the Irish on Saturdays and the Colts on Sunday.
What about
So,
Purdue?
You know, it's funny. I get this shit all.
Sore
No.
subject.
I get this all the time from my friends. They're like, "How can you be a Notre Dame football fan and you went to Purdue and not root for?" I do cheer for Purdue. Like, I just don't keep up
Purdue
with them.
basketball?
Purdue basketball. You know, I'll keep up with her. We just lost our center. Broke his leg the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that. So because my mom gave Purdue a lot of our money to get me
Yes.
through school, right? I do root for them and want them to succeed, but it's hard to root for them when it's Purdue Notre Dame because I just grew up. That's just like my childhood.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably were a Notre Dame fan before Purdue.
That's
so
exactly right.
Just how it is.
So didn't have the money or the athleticism to go to Notre Dame, or I would have.
What about, can you be an IU bandwagon fan this year? Or not? Because
That
of
was
Purdue.
like
And my voice squeaked too. You might need to edit that audio. Tony, some of my really good friends are IU fans. I'm from the perspective of I would never root against IU. Like, of course, if it's IU Purdue, of course I want Purdue to
Right.
kick the shit out of them. But I'm never going to like root for them to lose just because.
So,
yeah,
that's how I
exactly.
am about Purdue.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's
I'm
it's number one, it's good for the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
So of course, keep winning and keep bringing dollars to the state. And then ultimately too, it's good for the Big Ten,
Big Ten.
right? So, answer your question. No, I want them to do well. So,
Okay, go to beer or cocktail.
like I'm choosing a beer or a cocktail
No, like we want to
or
know.
both of each.
Yeah, both
yeah,
of each.
both.
I'm on a big Guinness kick right now.
Oh.
I love Guinness. I don't know why. I don't
Like
know what.
you have to get it on tap somewhere?
Yeah, I like it on
Like
tap.
not at home.
Not at home. No, I like it on tap. And then also too, there's actually an Irish bar in Lafayette, downtown Lafayette.
We know. Oh yeah.
What's it called again?
Nine Irish?
No, not. I'm thinking of Nine Irish, but there was another one. I'm drawing
In
a blank.
Lafayette?
In Lafayette, downtown. They had the big burgers.
I don't know.
What's the
I'll come back to you.
Preston's? Sergeant Preston's?
No, not Sergeant Preston's.
I don't know.
Bad podcast, on my
Okay.
opinion.
Oop, sorry.
On me for
We need a fact checker.
Yeah, fact checker. Is Monica from? Do you think Monica from Armchair Experts available?
Yes.
No, but the point I was going to make is they served at room temperature like they do in Ireland, and I hated it. I can't do it. I have to have it cold.
Cold. Yeah.
So I'm on a big Guinness kick right now on the tap. Cocktail, I'm an espresso martini fan.
Oh,
okay.
I would not peg you for
I love
that.
a good espressini. Oh yeah, before dinner and after.
Oh.
What about you guys? Are you guys not espresso martini fans?
No.
I hate coffee.
She doesn't like coffee.
You don't like coffee?
I like
That's
Aperol
tough.
spritzes, champagne,
Yeah.
Bubbles.
but also beer, like a good IPA.
Sure.
On
That
draft.
have you guys been to that new beer brewery here?
Yeah,
And
it's
I,
cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Me
so
too.
cool.
And
It's
for the kids too, like
they can run around. You don't have to worry about
yeah.
them.
That's the best thing.
Really good beer, and then also really good food.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I feel like last time we went, I felt like just a not a good person how much food we ordered because I'm like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try
Just
that.
keep it coming.
Yeah, it's that's one thing we do is
this is kind of embarrassing, but
Oh, no.
no, I think you guys were on spring break. No one of our like parents or us wanted to like cook and host Easter, so we all went there for Easter.
no. Why is that embarrassing?
a
It's
huge-
awesome.
Embarrassing.
They had like a huge Easter egg hunt for the kids, and then we just like watched football or basketball and like drank beer and had pizza.
I'm pretty
That
sure we
sounds like
went.
a- that
I'm
sounds
pretty
like
sure
a
we went
great
there
day.
for Father's Day too.
Yeah, we did.
Also, another solid decision.
Please sponsor us.
No, I mean
Yeah,
that's
all your holidays.
You're not getting any shade from me or any shame from me because I love the move. No, that place is awesome. Like it's
Yeah, it is
great beer
cool.
and like I said, great
That's
food.
what we always say. Like any place where we can take our kids and they can run free and we can enjoy our
Ourselves.
time.
That's exactly right.
Then we're
That's
sold.
exactly right. We go to again because I'm a South Sider. I feel like a lot of places that we go are downtown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Upland Brewery
Yeah.
quite a bit downtown, and they got like it's not. I'm not gonna say it's like an outdoor area it's not definitely like Beer Brewery
Yeah.
where they have a playground and all that kind of stuff, but it's an outdoor area. A lot of people bring their dogs, and like we can just let our kids run around over there and play with dogs, and we can sit and enjoy our beer and
Yeah.
our wings, whatever we get. So
Yeah.
we
Talk without a bunch of
That's
interruption.
exactly right. Yeah.
We like that King Jug up here. Have you been there? It's in Fishers.
King Jug.
King Jug.
Is that like I've never been there. Is that like the big lug and like
No.
No,
player
it's
different?
Separate. But
Okay.
it's like, I think they do brew their own beer.
Yeah.
But they also have like a full bar. And then there's a huge outdoor space with turf. And they just added like a basketball hoop for the kids.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the indoors, like all the, like I think they're like sliding doors or whatever come up. So it's like open air. But then they have TVs in there. and
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
No,
like a go-to for
I'll
us.
have to add that to the list.
Yeah, King
We've not
Jug.
been there. It's close to here.
It's
like
in Fishers.
69
Fishers, okay.
and 116.
Like
Okay.
by Top
That
Golf,
exit.
kind of.
Okay. Oh yeah.
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 We go to that area a good amount.
Okay, last one. What is your go-to date night?
Go to date night. Don't get too many of those anymore.
Yeah, you're in a tough spot with ages
yeah.
right now.
And it's also too like my mom. She lives close, but she's in a nursing home, so it's not like she can watch the kids. And my wife's parents, they travel the globe every other day, so like they're in Prague right
They're
now.
busy.
Yeah, they're both retired and sold businesses, so they've earned the opportunity to travel.
Yeah.
So they're gone quite a bit. So anytime we want to do a date night, like we're trying to find a babysitter, and it's just you can't always. Those are hard to come by sometimes. So my wife's favorite. We tend to go. If I'm planning a date night, I'll go to a spot that that she really likes. Lately, it's been Livery.
We love
I
Livery.
love Livery.
They have a great cocktail there.
Which
Carriage House.
Oh yeah, I think I got that one last
So
time.
fire.
Yeah, so that's another place where, sorry, that's another place where it's embarrassing the amount of food that we get because
Yeah, and I feel like it's smaller portions.
yes,
So you're like, just keep it
I
coming.
want
Yeah,
I want the frites, the fries
Oh,
that
yeah.
they have, and then I want empanadas.
Empanadas.
But the empanadas they come in 3. But I want to mix them.
And they don't
Oh,
let
yeah.
you.
They don't let you
do
do
that. They need to do
so
that.
Livery, if you guys are watching this, please put on the menu a customizable option to get the different
Sample
empanadas.
platter.
And they're making so many back there. Like, why
That's
can't they
exactly
do
right.
that?
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a 1, 1, and 1. Give me an option where I can do 2, 2, and 2.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because the embarrassment, the shame that is on my wife and I's face when we do get all 3 empanadas and there's 9 empanadas on the table. And nothing is more embarrassing, in my opinion, and this has happened several times because we go to Nashville quite a bit too, Nashville, Tennessee, and like we're the type of people we're not. It's wasteful, sorry, but we buy food and we'll box it up and take it home and stuff. But like we want to try a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So like last time we went to a pizza place down there, and there was like 3 different pizzas that we wanted to try, and they were all individual. And there wasn't enough room on the table to put it all. There's nothing more embarrassing than that. Than like I'm holding you could just put it right here. You could just, and I'm like holding,
I
so.
feel like that happens a lot when we get sushi. And they'll bring
Yes,
out like
yep.
multiple chopsticks, and it's like, oh no, this is just for me.
That's
I just need one set.
That's
Thank
exactly
you.
right. We'll order like sushi or ramen or something like that.
Or like to go, and they put like
That's exact-
40, and they're like, oh, that was for one person.
So sorry, like this is obviously an order for 4 people, so we're gonna put 4 silverwares in there. No. Sorry, this is just for me. Yeah, no, I 100%. I agree with you. That's
We're
been there.
very into food, so we
Oh,
get that.
I'm a big,
Yes.
yeah.
And we like to share.
That's
Like
exactly
if
right.
you get this, I get this. We have bites. I feel like our husbands had to like learn that. Like we
Yep.
just grew up like that. Like,
Yep.
oh my god, this is so good. You have to try it. And my husband's like, you are the biggest food pusher on the planet. Like I don't need it. I'm
Is
like, no,
he-
but you have to. Like
Is
you
he
have
is
to
he
taste
Joey
it.
from Friends? Joey doesn't share
Okay,
food.
don't get
Yes.
mad because I don't watch Friends.
Oh, What are we doing? She doesn't like Disney and she doesn't watch Friends.
Oh my God.
Do you watch Friends at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
But not now. What? I've watched.
Can you
Don't-
name them all? Name them all.
Don't lie.
No.
People are watching.
No.
Don't
No,
lie.
she doesn't know.
Okay.
We're big like Office.
I love The Office.
Office.
I love The Office. Yeah, I watch The Office. I'm a big New Girl fan too. Do you guys?
Gonna say that.
You guys
don't
watch
know
New
that.
Girl?
Oh my gosh.
You don't watch New Girl? You never
No.
watched
They
it? You
just
would love
post,
it.
The
Okay.
guys just posted something like, was it
Like
yesterday?
Sexiest Man Alive or something
Yeah,
like that.
all four of
for-
them were
for
like back
Schmidt.
together.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the best.
I'm Schmidt.
No,
I don't
Schmidt
know.
is the best
29?
character. He's the best character.
Best character on TV. It comes across my social media probably like once every few months, but it's when him and Jake Johnson are they're in
God.
Nashville.
Oh my gosh,
and
yes, on Broadway.
They're doing
send
like
it to my husband every
they're
time
doing
it
like a
comes through.
bit to get people to watch New Girl. And Jake Johnson, they're in Nashville. They're like on the news speaking to
Like the
Nashville.
local news.
Yeah, the local
Yeah.
news. And he goes, if you're out there on Beale Street, make sure to tune in. And the news anchor's like, Beale Street is Memphis. We're in Nashville. It's Broadway. And take two,
Yeah,
go.
she's like,
he
"And go?"
And then Max Greenfield Schmidt, he's like keeled over and starts laughing. And then Jake Johnson goes, if you're out there on Broadway Street, make sure to tune in to New Girl at 9:00 tonight. And then the news anchor interrupts him again. And she goes, she's like, we're Central, so it's 8:00, but that's fine. We'll correct it for you. And it just, I don't know if this is the part that makes you laugh. Sorry, this is
No, I love
this is
it.
bad. This is bad audio if you don't understand what we're doing. But it's so funny because Max Greenfield, when he doubles over
He can't
again,
hold it together.
He can't.
It's like when you hit that laughing point and you can't stop.
that's
He's just
when-
like tears.
That's when I lose it every time. He's already laughing because he called it Beale Street, and then loses it again when he got the time wrong.
so
I
good.
don't know. You'll have to look it up.
I know. Now
because
I'm gonna have to.
You're
it's
just gonna
fun.
have to just start watching New Girl. 'Cause
I know.
it's
I
great.
think.
You
I
should.
think
You'd love
we're
it.
always looking for new shows.
It's one of those where it's like I'm a big like my wife gets onto me because like I'm very big like on like it's comfortable. Like I'll
Me
just put it
too.
on in the
Me
background.
too.
I
I don't have to think about it.
exactly right.
I'm
I
not
can-
getting freaked out before bed.
I can scroll my phone like
Yeah.
and not pay attention to it or whatever. So I always end up putting something we've watched on. But we're watching The Penguin. Have you guys watch that? It's
No.
are you guys Batman fans? Sorry, I'm gonna nerd out. a
No,
little bit.
I know it. Yeah, but
So
sometimes
the-
Batman's freak me out.
The new with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
dark.
dark and
Yeah.
creepy. But they spun a show off of that where it's like the Penguin from
Yeah.
that movie
Yeah.
is Colin Farrell.
Oh,
He it's more like mobby, like
Yeah.
and mafia
Okay.
based in this show. It's on HBO Max. It's definitely not like because I know a lot of people like I don't like superhero shows or movies, and I'm one of those people. I'm not like
Marvel.
I'm not your big Marvel
Yeah.
like superhero movie watcher, but we've liked this because it's more like mafia crime, mob based, which is
Yeah.
cool. So we've been watching that lately. But
What is it on Netflix or something?
said
HBO
HBO.
Max.
Oh, HBO
Yep,
Max.
Yep, it's just called The Penguin. The acting in it's incredible too. So
okay. Add it to the list.
Yeah.
I'll be
we're-
watching Penguin. You'll be watching
I'm
New
sorry, I
Girl.
don't feel like I answered your original
What was my question? What was it?
Date
The
night.
date night.
Oh, well, how did we get here?
I know.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say about
Oh, here
livery?
we go.
This is how we got here. Our livery up at Hamilton Town Center has a huge.
Oh, is
if
that what you said? You said livery.
Livery.
But if you
Oh,
sit
we did get there.
outside, there's a huge
yeah.
like turf area with a little playground,
Oh,
and so
yeah.
that's like a place you can even take.
See,
your
we've
kids.
never been to that one. There's one downtown, like right off
Yeah.
of Mass Ave. Like, I feel like whenever we go for a date night, we end up somewhere in Mass Ave.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't want to drive far.
Livery's right there. Although the Sun King Caramel is fun
Yeah.
because turf area
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
let the kids run around and they got different. It's kind of like that's what I was getting ready to say. We like the garage off Mass Ave
yeah.
quite a bit, just because you can go in there and we can get the kids a cheeseburger or them pizza, and then my wife and we can get whatever we want
Yeah.
just because there's so many different things. And I like that at Sun King where it's like
Yeah.
I think
Multiple
there's a couple
options.
different options
Yeah.
in there, and you can get good beer. So, yeah, we end up in on Mass Ave a lot. Although I am dragging my wife to a Pacers game this Friday.
Oh, that'd be
'Cause,
fun.
Yeah, so I haven't been to a I haven't been to a Pacers game yet this year, but I've connected with TJ McConnell through Instagram, and
Cool.
so he's gonna hook us up and get some tickets and stuff, which will be fun. But so I'm dragging my wife to a Pacers game. She hasn't been in. Actually, I take
She'll
that
like
back. I
it.
think she went one
She'll
time
love
last
it.
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Have you guys been to that new Commission Row that's right there?
Like right outside of
Yeah.
the Gainbridge. I've driven by it a few times, but I've never like spent time out there. So I think
Check it out.
I do want
Yeah.
to check it out. We'll go early and grab some dinner or something before
Yeah.
and walk around, in that area a little bit because it does look cool. And they do it up for Christmas.
Oh.
I think there's like an ice skating rink that they
I
typically
think
do
you're
now
right.
around
Yeah.
Christmas time. So we said that we want to take the kids and do that. And then our favorite thing around Christmas time is the Chris Kendall Market in Carmel.
yeah.
I love it. I love that.
They have
Like,
good
it's
food there.
such good
Yeah.
food.
What's that potato thing on a stick? That is
Oh,
fire.
it's like
with the spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
And then I'm not like a huge wine drinker, but I will get a mulled wine, warm at
Yeah.
the
Just like
markets.
part of the vibes.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
it's
right.
experience.
Yep.
Okay. We want to know where you see your social media pages going in the next few years.
Yeah.
Or any goals or.
Yeah.
Do you even think of that?
Yeah.
All the time because
Okay.
I think about it all the time because I fear at some point like the wig and me running around as a 40, 50-year-old man in a wig might not be the best look or
It
whatever.
might be though.
Yeah,
Might be
it
what
might
we
be.
need. I don't
Or it
know.
could be. And I struggle with this because I think about, I didn't see myself doing social media. And I think about I think we're all probably around the same age. Like there's not like so many people, there's not people that are like ton older than us that are doing the
Right,
social media
right,
game.
right.
And it's because it just wasn't around
Right.
when
We are like the
we're
pioneers.
we're like the pioneers of it. We're the first generation of it. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to fathom
Right.
like how am I going to be able to do this, as I get older. So I struggle with that thought a lot, but I feel like it's all about adapting and growing and like getting my feet into different platforms. So I am going to put a more emphasis on YouTube because I feel like there's so many avenues to where, okay, in 10 years, the comedy stuff, hopefully it doesn't. Maybe the comedy stuff could fizzle out and we've started doing like family type stuff, family vlogs.
Yeah.
And YouTube. So my agency made a point to me a couple weeks ago and it's kind of stuck with me. Short form, how'd she say it? Short form is where you can make good money. YouTube long form is where you make a career.
Okay.
So like, you build a community and you build things in the long form YouTube stuff, podcasting, like that's where you can really build a career because the longevity is there. Short form stuff, like, yeah, I'm making great money doing it, but like how long can I sustain that? I really don't know. So that's why I've dipped my toes into different things. I partnered up with, it's a food company that's in the golf space. It's called Gleasy. I partnered up with them the past, I've been talking to them for like 2 years. They just launched earlier this year. So I've talked with them about doing socials for them and like helping grow their brand and all that kind of stuff. And I was lucky enough to get some shares in the company. So that could hopefully grow into something and I can focus on that in the next several years. So yeah, to answer your question, I see it growing. I want to continue doing it. I think my company would be naive to think that I wouldn't want to do this kind of stuff full time.
Yeah.
It's just got to make sense, right?
Right.
Like 2 kids got that rely on me. We're on my insurance plan and benefits and all
That's
that kind of
true,
stuff.
yeah.
But my manager actually hated it when I first started doing content. He was like, "This
Why?
is a distraction." Blah blah
Oh,
blah.
you're at
my
work.
work,
Yeah.
my work manager.
Yeah, I kind of wondered about that.
Yeah, he's like, "This is a distraction. Like, we can't have this really at the office, kind of thing." And I was
So
like,
you're not
well,
making videos there.
well, I
Uh-oh.
did at the time. It was funny.
About your manager? Is that why this is happening?
Well, there's another story there too. That he loves. reminding
Maybe
me
we
of that.
shouldn't talk about this.
No, I mean we can. It's fine. So, yeah, he first set me down. He's like, "Hey, this is a distraction. It's taking up time." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Well, I promise to not take away time from work, all that kind of stuff." So he didn't like it at first, and then it kind of turned into. I remember like one of my clients that I was working with at the time. The VP texted me and was like, "Hey Taylor, can we talk?" I'm like, "Oh shit." The VP is texting me of like one of our biggest clients. This ain't good. I had just did a t-shirt ad that had been showing up everywhere. And he called me. He was like, "Hey, so-and-so, this is working great, blah, blah, blah. Also, I just want to let you know I'm more of a Hanes fan than I am the t-shirt brand." I'm like, "Oh shit." So he saw the ad and like, so I told my manager that and he was like, "All right, this is pretty cool. Like we can kind of use this." And now it comes up in client meetings all the time. So he
That's
kind of, he
awesome.
loves it. But yeah, no, there was a video I did last year or the year before. It was at the office. It was like a late Friday afternoon. Really, not too many people were there, but I captioned it the personality hire at every office, and it took me like 5-10 minutes to film. Really wasn't that long of a video, but it got some traction. Like it got I think 5, 6, 7 million views, something like that. It did really well. And a lot of the leadership at my company saw it. And our office is set up where you can, like the color scheme and everything, you can tell it's our office. Like you could tell this is our company. So I was getting hit up on LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, like everybody saw this video. And at this time, it was kind of the downturn where the economy that we're in now, everything started slowing down a little bit. So we were like, our company as a whole was down at the time. And so, I've always been a good seller for our company. I've always, I'm confident saying my job is secure, at least right now.
Yeah.
But, so I was fine at the time. Right. And, my manager was like, hey, set me down. He's like, hey, our VP saw this, a lot of regional leadership saw it. And given where our economy is, where our company is right now, not really the best look. I know what kind of content you do, and like I know how much you bring to this office, but I don't really have legs to stand on for our leadership. So that was kind of like the last in-office video, which sucks because like there's so many good videos.
People liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, liked it, and like there's so many good videos you could film at the office. But so yeah, I don't remember the original question, but how we got here.
No, just like where you see your social media going, and
yeah, I eventually I would love to do social media stuff full time.
Yeah.
It's got to make sense, and
yeah,
I made that point to my manager earlier on. I was like, hey, if it gets to a point where I'm looking at doing this, you'll know in plenty of time. So we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. We ask all our guests this. If you had friends or family coming into town to visit you, where are you going to take them? What are you doing? Where are you eating?
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this
I know.
A little bit.
8,000 times.
No, a little bit. No, and I think it goes back to, we're Southsiders, so we're probably going to end up somewhere on Mass Ave, somewhere downtown. But an important question is, do we have kids with us or not?
Well, a lot of guests do both.
Both? Okay. With kids, we're zoo members and children's museum members, and I think both of those are really cool.
I feel like everyone says that.
Yeah, really?
We have really good ones, though.
We do.
We do.
Like, legit.
We do. And we love the zoo. So, I mean, we'd probably go somewhere to the zoo. I mean, downtown does have a lot of fun stuff for the kids. Like we'll bop around on Mass Ave a little bit, and take them to different places. But with and even the garage, like we go there.
Pins next door.
Pins,
right?
yeah. My kids love, spending $100 in quarters on the pinball machines. And
Can I tell you a weird story?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Last time I was at Pins, this guy came in. And he asked us if we would hold his skunks, and he had 2 skunks with him, and they were his pets in there, in satchels.
No way.
No, that is for real.
Yes.
Was
I
it
have
one
pictures.
all white?
Yeah,
albino?
one was an albino skunk. He said that he had someone remove their sprayers. It was so weird. And then my friend was holding
So
one,
did
and
you-
it
so you
started
held him?
pooping.
100%. She
Did
sent
you-
me pictures.
Did you take pictures with him?
100%. We'll have to
pictures.
find
It
those.
was so
What was
I just saw
random.
Shannon. Someone reposted Shannon's. I just saw that
From her
a couple
birthday.
days ago.
Our
Yeah.
friend Shannon was holding one, and it started pooping.
were they service skunks?
No.
I don't think so.
Like,
I don't
did
know
they
how
even
he
have a
could
leash
them in
on?
there. No. He had he made his own
Little satchel.
and they were in there.
There are some interesting people in this world, man. I tell you.
Maybe
And
we
the
need to get him on the pod.
the
We need to
audac-
find him.
You should, 100%. And the audacity to take your skunk in public, not have it on a leash. I mean,
The
honestly.
audacity.
And it wasn't potty trained.
Literally. What was he going to get a drink? Hey, do you mind holding my skunks while I go grab a drink real
I
quick?
don't know if he drank. I think this was kind of
Well, he was doing something.
I'm shy, socially awkward. This is my
How old-
icebreaker.
wait,
Icebreaker. I was
How
going to
old
say
was
this.
he?
30s?
Oh, he wasn't. In my head, he's 50. So.
Sure,
No,
exactly.
I don't
Pushing
think so.
60, no.
No.
Yeah, in my old neighborhood when I was a kid, the old man used to walk his cat on
You're
a
the
leash
strange old guy that's
around
at the bar with the
neighborhood.
skunks.
Yeah, was this? You think that was his pickup line?
think so.
It was okay.
Maybe not even for girls.
Weird flex, dude.
Yeah,
Weird flex.
interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, I digress. That was my pin story.
No, I mean, that is better than any pin story I could ever even probably think of that did or didn't happen, you know?
We have photos. We'll prove it.
Yeah. Where is your go-to for no kids?
For no kids,
Livery.
Livery is fun. You know what? My wife and I, we took a couple of friends. We did this last year. We did like an indie speakeasy bar crawl.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Yeah. So there was, I probably shouldn't put this out there, but like there's a couple of speakeasies and there's one downtown, and there it's like super serious. Like you have to have a password to get in. And I was vlogging it, and I actually got in trouble. She was like, "What's up?" Like so
like the president's in there.
So you have to have the password to get it. Like there's this door that you like knock on, and they like open the thing. You have to say the password, and we couldn't find the door. So I was going into like because there's like a little bar area where you can like go in, and there's a bartender working there, and like I had my little GoPro, and she like got mad. She was like, "What's up with the camera?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry," and like I turned it off, and like she like told me, she was like, "Hey, we do like to keep this like super serious. Like it's actually a tradition. It's like a tried and true speakeasy. We don't film." And she was like, if I see people filming, we usually kick them out. She was like, "But you guys seem like normal. Like this was just fun. You didn't know."
Yeah.
So just don't film anymore. I'm like, okay. And then I forgot what the password was. I'll have to, my wife knows it because we'll randomly talk about it. But like I got nervous when I was like, and I just started yelling out the password. I was just like, I don't know what it was.
Like when you have a fake ID and they're like, "What's your birthday?" You're like, "I don't know."
2022. And I got nervous when I walked in, and I just started yelling out the password. Muffins. No, we're looking at muffins, you know, and so we make fun of it all the time. But that when we got down there, we actually got to the right door and went down there. Super cool in there. Like it was. I'll get you guys the details after.
Okay.
But that was really cool. There's a place like southeast side of Indy called like the Vault, which I think is where John it's John Dillinger theme in there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And that was really cool. And you have to have like a key code password to get in there. So anybody that's coming to visit, I would probably take them to do that because that was really fun.
Yeah, and something different.
Something different, exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we got for you.
No,
How do you feel about it?
I feel like we nailed it.
Did all the things.
Yeah.
We have a skit idea for you, actually.
I would love it. I'd love to hear it.
Do we?
I feel like maybe you've already done this, something similar, but I feel like your kids aren't at that age quite yet. But I feel like we could provide tons of ideas and information for you to do a skit of like a dad at youth sports.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like you do touch on youth sports.
I've done it a few times, but I'm always writing down moms and dads. One of the ones that did really well was like the one-upper dad.
Oh yeah.
That at every there's always one on every team. Mm-hmm. Johnny, Johnny's hitting 270 this year. Well, my little Joe, I had him run the 2 miles to get him to the baseball field, and we were at the the cages 4 a.m. this morning. But Johnny's hitting really well, so don't worry.
And
you just bought
to throw
a
in your middle school stats too.
That's exactly right. I was hitting 270 like when I was in T-ball. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's in the genes.
Yeah, no, I mean feel free to send me because my friends all the time they always joke that they're my ghostwriters. They're always sending me skit ideas and we'll work through it.
I just feel like we're in the thick of that world right now, and it's like comical almost.
It is
every
comical.
weekend.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
What kind of sports mom are you? Like, are you like the one that's got the wine in the Yeti and like you're at the thing and you got one of those? Have you seen those mom domes that they have?
Yeah.
You like zip yourself in.
Yep, that's exactly right.
No visitors, please.
I feel like I like to sit not around other parents.
So you're in right field, like
and
with your
watch,
fold up
but
chair.
I'm not like annoyingly cheering.
Sure.
I'm just like a clapper.
Yeah. I can give like a good.
I'm
pep
not
talk
filming
before the
everything.
game.
We're very like middle of the
Low-key,
road.
yeah.
But we know a lot of the people that are.
My mom was a yeller at every game, and I can always pick out. It doesn't matter if I'm playing on a Friday night and there's a bunch of. I can always hear my mom yelling, and
it's like a trigger.
Yeah, and she knows sports, but like I played offensive line, and like there's different there's different blocking schemes and all that kind of stuff, and like I'd have a zone block or something where I'm not blocking the guy in front of me. And my mom would yell and scream, "You let him get by you! What are you doing?" I'm like, kind of turn around. I'm like, "It's the blocking scheme. Like, you don't know what you're talking about," kind of thing. Yeah, my mom was a big yeller at every game.
I love it.
Yeah.
Goodness.
All right.
We'll let you get out of here.
Yeah.
You got
thank
stuff
so
to do.
much.
You're busy.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. This was
Yeah,
fun.
it was so
This
fun.
was great. Yeah.
Come back anytime.
Of course. Do a part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See everybody next Tuesday.